So, welcome all of you to one more super edition of the Saturday SuperMinds. And today we are going to do some practical stuff. And maybe for the next few weeks, we are going to take a look at how to use Microsoft Office very, very effectively. Okay, so we are going to start with PowerPoint, and then we'll go to Word, and then finally to Excel. So these are some of the tools that I'll teach you how you can use them very effectively, some cool things that you can do with PowerPoint, and all of them actually. So what I want all of you to do is keep your PowerPoint open now. So open PowerPoint. The first thing when it comes to PowerPoint is that you use it for visual presentation. PowerPoint is not your crutch. Now, say you have to deliver a presentation, and then you feel that, okay, I can't remember all this stuff. So what I will do is I'll take all that stuff and put it on a PowerPoint slide, and every now and then I can look at the slide and just read it out. Okay, so that's not what you use PowerPoint for. One of the reasons why we have PowerPoint is to visually reinforce what we are speaking. Whatever we are saying, the PowerPoint slide has to reinforce that. That is what we use PowerPoint for. So the idea behind using PowerPoint is that we don't use it as a means for us to remember whatever we have to speak. Say we are going to present, and then we just put all those stuff on the slide. Okay, so that's not what we use it for. One of the reasons why we have this visual reinforcement is because we tend to learn what we see, what we hear, okay, what we see, what we hear simultaneously, and what we are able to read simultaneously. We tend to remember 75% of that. Okay, 75% of that. Mind map is static, whereas PowerPoint is a lot more dynamic. You can animate stuff, you can move things, you can do a lot of stuff like that. You can edit your images, a lot of things. So visually, we are impacted a lot more than we are when we are hearing or when we are reading. When we see things, when we look at things in a visual manner, then it becomes a lot more impactful. Okay, so that is the reason we use PowerPoint. What do? You open PowerPoint and then go to blank presentation. Okay, click on blank presentation and it'll come here. So you can just delete this. What you can do is you can just drag and drop and select multiple items on PowerPoint. So just press delete, it will go. You can even remove the design ideas. We don't need design ideas from Microsoft. We will do it on our own. Okay, so we are our own architects. And so what you're not supposed to do, and what people generally do, is they'll put a background first. All right, so they'll go here and then put a nice background for PowerPoint like this. They will do this. And then after that, say, I need to speak on, give me a topic, type in the chat box, give me a topic. God. Okay, fine. All right. So what they will do is they'll insert text. Okay, say a text box, and then put bulleted points. So you see here on the top, bullets. So you can create a bulleted list. God is the origin of everything. God's name is Krishna. God's address is Goloka Vrindavan. Like that, something like this. So they'll put like this and maybe increase the font size. To increase the font size, you press Control, Shift, and then right arrow key. Okay. You can just do like this, or you go here and then increase the font size like this. Okay. And then you press the slideshow view, and then whatever they want to say, they will just read from here and then maybe a little bit elaborate. This is not what PowerPoint is meant for. PowerPoint is meant to be able to visually communicate whatever you want to say. That means there should be a picture. Okay, there should be a picture which is communicating whatever, I mean, also visually communicating whatever you want to say. Like say, for instance, the same thing, we will make it into 3 slides. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We'll remove this background. We don't need these backgrounds. Okay, let me put a blank slide. So there you go. We have a blank slide, and first what we will do is, what was the first one? Okay, God is the origin of everything. So we will have to put some text. It's not that you should not put text at all in a PowerPoint slide, but text has to be very, very minimal. So you put a text, put some text. God is the origin of everything. Okay, and then you increase the size, origini. So these are grid lines which can be used for you to guide where you are placing stuff like that. Like say, for instance, you can actually, you see the text, you can place it, according to the grid lines. And so it is, everything is placed properly. You have to go to to be able to see this, you go to view. You go to view. Okay. And you see here, are you able to see grid lines, ruler, grid lines, and guides? Okay. If you remove ruler, on the top, you have these measurements that will go. If you remove grid lines, these will go. The guides will also go if you remove guides. So if you have the guides, let me show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in an image. You can just drag and drop the image from your, say, you have it in Windows Explorer. You can actually drag and drop. So I'm just going to drag and drop an image here. You see, so for God is the origin of everything, I've got this image. Now let me make it a little small. So how you do that is you press Control, and you should never edit an image by dragging the sides of the image like this. You see this, the whole appearance of the image is gone, or like this. Not the sides of the image, always the corners of the image. So you move with the corner, the same ratio, the length is to breadth ratio will remain the same, and the image will not get spoiled. So I want to make it a little small, and you can see when you're moving the image, these are the guidelines in the center. It will snap to it. You see this? When I bring it closer, tatak, it will just snap. You can even center it to the whole slide. You see this? You bring the image, you see that you're seeing a red color guideline. So that is to center the image. Now this is centered to the whole slide. It will snap. Actually, when you move, you can see katak, katak, it will move like that. So now it is centered. I can make it slightly bigger and then center it again. See, it snapped. Okay, so I have an image for this. Okay, you can ask me at the end. And okay, so this is one way of doing. So this is one slide. Now what you can do is you can go to animations and add animations in what order you want the animations to happen. Like say for instance, you want this to come wiping out. So you select wipe and then see now it is wiping from bottom. You click on effect options and click from left, it will happen like this. Now you click on animation pane, you'll see all the different animations that are there in your slide. Now you want this also to come zooming in from the center of your slide, say if you want, then you can click on further animations and make it zoom. Okay, you see this, it has happened. So when you open your slide, when you go to the slideshow, it's blank. First click, this text comes, and then the next click, the image comes like this. Okay, so how cool is this? Very cool. KOOL. Cool. This is super cool. So that's good. Yeah, Shreya, you can make the image spin also. Okay, Shreya wants the image to spin. So there is an option called as spin. Where is that? Yeah, here. Okay. Now the image will spin. You can do a lot of things. You want the image to grow and turn like that, it will come. You want the image to swivel, you can do like this. You want a wheel opening, or you want random bars opening. A lot of things can be done by yeah, you can bounce, but then generally we don't use too many of these transitions in professional slideshows. Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, unless you want some kind of emphasis or something like that, then you can do this. Yes, Vihan. Yes, Dio. Yes. Okay. Abhinav is using MS 2011. You do not get this animating thing for each sentence. You should have. You should have, Abhinav. This has been there for a long time. Okay, so for every type of animation that you choose, you will have effect options also. You know, you want, like, these are random bars, you want vertical bars or you want horizontal bars. Okay, now in the animation pane, like say for instance, again you have one more text. Okay, let me remove this and then I'll copy, Control C, Control V. Okay, I'm copying this. I'm bringing this here. So say you have this, you can reduce the font size. Okay, you want it to be bold, you can go and make it bold. You want it to be colored, you color the or make it blue, because Krishna is dark blue. So you know, you can make it colored, and then you want an arrow pointing at Krishna. So you go to shapes and select different types of arrows are there. You see here block arrows, different types are there, or you can just have a line arrow. I'll go in for a block arrow. Okay, so you're pointing at Krishna. Okay, now how do you make it point towards Krishna's face? You see this arrow here, you just move this like this, make it thinner and then little longer. Okay, this is, you're saying this is Krishna. Okay, so now you want to animate this also. You want, after this image comes, you want the name Krishna to come, and then after that, immediately without you clicking, the arrow should also come. So you go to the animation pane again. Okay, you want the Krishna to name to come faded out, and then this to be white left, right? This. Okay, so now here everything is in click order. That means first click, this text will come. Second click, this image will come. Third click, this will come. Fourth click, this will come. Now you don't want it to happen like that. You want this image to come as and when the text is coming. God is the origin of everything. So what you do here is you click on this particular image, go to this start on top. Now it is saying on click. You just do it with previous. That means the previous is the text box. Along with that, the image will also come. Now, after the image comes, then you want the name Krishna to come, followed by the arrow. So you select this and then click after previous. Select this and then click after previous. Now you animate the whole thing. This is how it will look. You see? Okay. You want to reduce the speed. You want it to happen very slowly. That also you can do. So you increase the duration. Now it is 0.5 seconds. You can make it 2 seconds. Okay, enter. And then this also you'll have to increase to 2 seconds. Okay, now you see, play all. Slowly it is happening. Krishna, that's Krishna. Okay, so basically a PowerPoint slide should have an image, unless you are having a picture of a document or something like that. A PowerPoint slide should always have an image. Okay, let me just go and see what's happening. Oh, so many questions. So far, so good.